You want to be aggressive in your trading, but you're tired of staring at the screen all day day trading. So why don't you take your life back and try SPY T trading, specifically SPY TQ. The more I trade SPY TQ, the more I like it because it is an aggressive trade. It gives me some of those opportunities that directional trades give me. However, I still have a little bit of a hedge. But the key with the hedge here is to minimize losses. Unlike maybe the SPY TS or the SPY TB, if the market goes the other direction, maybe 1%, you could start making money again. However, that's really not the case with the SPY TQ. It's going to need to go maybe 2.5% until you start making money. But that's the thing. If the market totally crashes, if your indicator said up, you're not lost. You don't lose all your money. You start making money the other direction. A SPY TQ trade is aggressive, so that means when your indicator is correct, you're going to make a lot more money. So far, while trading SPY TQ, my worst losses have been around 30%. And you may say, wow, that's a lot. Well, of course, that's not of my entire account, that's of the trade, and you have to expect some kind of losses like that if you're going to be an aggressive trader. Now, of course, the wins have been much greater than 30%. They've been 50, 70, even 100% with the SPY TQ because we have 3 options going in the direction of the market. So if our indicator says up, we buy 3 calls and 1 put. If our indicator says down, we buy 3 puts to 1 call. The SPY TQ is very much like the SPY TA. However, the SPY TA is a 2-to-1 options ratio, where the SPY TQ is a 3-to-1 options ratio. And like the A, it can be a lot more expensive, especially when the volatility is up and the premiums go up. And you may not always want to have that expense, so you can go outside of the money and participate in what we refer to as a SPY TQH, which is half price, or a SPY TQQ, which is quarter of the price. But it still gives you the opportunity to be aggressive with that 3-to-1 options ratio, while at the same time still protecting yourself with a hedge. So as many of you know, there are 3 parts to the SPY T trade. The first part is the time. It's an overnight swing trade, and we buy our options at the very close of the trading day. And we buy expirations generally 4 to 7 days out. It just depends on how aggressive you want to go. If you want to be a little more conservative and have less theta decay, you may want to go 10, 14 days out or further. It all depends on how much risk you want to put on the table. Part 2 is what we've just talked about. It's a ratio trade, traditionally 2-to-1, but for the SPY TQ, it's a 3-to-1 options ratio. Again, if our indicator says up, it's 3 calls and 1 put. If our indicator says down, then it's 3 puts to 1 call, which leads us to that important part. Of course, you can use any indicator you wish. However, we like to use the SPY Tomorrow indicator. We've been running the yellow algorithm, which has been doing really well. Since we started testing it in April of 2023, during our test time, it was doing about 87%. Now, since we've launched it live mid-May, it's continued at about 87% correct. Yeah, you better believe my account's happy. Of course, as volatility adjusts, we have had algorithms fail on us through the years. We understand that, and we know that can happen anytime. And we've become much better at understanding which algorithms work during different markets. And we have the green algorithm, which is working alongside behind the scenes with the yellow algorithm, and that's been doing very well also. So that may become available in the coming months. But the thing is, we just want to be over 55, 60. Quite honestly, if we're 65% correct or better, we're all making money. And with that, we still have to deal with our biggest obstacle. The one thing that will determine our success or failure. That obstacle is you. It's me. It's our emotions. More than once has the indicator been correct, and I've had the green money on the board, and by the end, I still lost money because of my emotions, greed, and fear. The nice thing about SPY-T trading is the fact that we can take a lot of the emotion out of the trade. When we buy our trade at the end of the trading day, we have to wait overnight before we can exit, but we still have to exit. And so we need to learn how to maximize our gains and minimize our losses for our overall long-term success. For beginning SPY-T traders, I often recommend that you get out of your trades as early as possible. However, you will start to get a little savvy over time and learn how to maximize your wins and minimize your losses, because remember, if the indicator said up, you have 3 calls and 1 put. So you could sell some of your calls for a profit immediately or ride them up higher, sell some of them at different times. And when you see the market turning back the other direction, sell the rest of them and follow your put down for additional gains. And if there's news that sent the market the other direction, well then follow that put down, sell it at a maximum profit, and hopefully you can follow those 3 calls back up to again minimize your losses, or if you're lucky, if it's a big move, actually start making new gains. Yes, of course, getting a good price for your options is very helpful. However, what's going to make you a successful trader is how you sell those options. And if it turns out things are going well and you're keeping your options a little bit longer, we of course have hourly and half-hour pressure readings for our members. But you can also use VWAP and money flow or even MACD to help you decide when to get out of your positions. Yes, SPY-TQ is a rather aggressive trade. However, when the indicators are running over 70%, it helps us weather those bad days a little bit easier. So have you tried SPY-TQ or the SPY-T challenge? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.